Lux is one of the biggest powerhouses in Wild Rift right now and has completely taken over the competitive scene. I mean, you see a lot of teams running APC Lux because she is absolutely a huge menace because of the CC and huge burst damage that she has. And so I think she's a very fun, unique pick to learn and have in your back pocket when you need to pull it out in your rank game. So for the items, you're going to want to go Luden's Echo, Rabadon's Deathcap, Stasis, Void Staff, Moralos, and Banshee's Veil just for that extra protection. Now for the runes, you're going to want to go Electrocute because Lux is all about that burst. Brutal for the early game lane phase. Adaptive Carapace or Hunter Titan or Bone Plating depending on the matchups you're against. And you're going to need Mana Flow Band because you are an ability based character, so you're going to be using a lot of mana and energy, so you want to make sure you have as much as possible. Now for the spells, you're going to want to use Exhaust and Flash, and Exhaust is really powerful here because you can slow their movement and force them into a root, which is a nice little combo that you can do. So anyways, guys, in this gameplay, we go crazy with the Lux, so I hope you guys do enjoy it. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace. Alright guys, we are now in game, and this was an interesting game. We were against some decent people, but we are actually against a Draven, and this is a really amazing matchup in my personal opinion for Lux because it's very easy to CC chain Draven. Even though she's a menace, or Draven, he's a menace in the early game laning phase, Lux is has one of the highest kill potential compared to anyone else in lane because of her insane burst damage. So right here you could see me already applying damage, and this Leona is kind of overextending and letting me get free autos in. I proc my Electrocute and it's like, alright. So Alistar was really smart with that trade that he took. And in this lane, I want to focus on getting level 2 and then full engaging onto the Draven because we could just instantly kill him. So right now, you can see I'm just using my abilities to poke the Draven. I don't want to trade auto attack for auto attack with Draven, so that's why I'm not proccing the mark that I have on them, because I don't want to get caught by the Leona or take too many auto attack trades with Draven. So that's why I'm keeping my range. I'm placing a pink ward right there just in case the enemy team's trying to play some vision. See, they have to completely walk around. Boom, boom, boom. So right there, I placed my root, and I auto attacked, and then I procced my E and I auto attacked again, so I completely used up all my damage. So the one thing with Lux is you want to make sure you do the most damage by using up all your marks, and each time you hit someone with a root or the E, you're applying a mark, so you don't want to waste the mark. Proc the mark before using another ability. So right here, me and the support are waiting for the for someone to come up so we can catch him out. Boom, I root to combo, I auto attack, then I shoot the mark again, and the Draven dies. I flash for the Draven kill to make sure I get it, and we're now onto the Lee Sin. I try to root both the Zed and Lee Sin, but sadly I couldn't, and man, the Lee Sin smite healed him up by a lot. But luckily, our teammates were able to come in time to catch the Zed. So the trade wasn't completely perfect, but it was actually pretty good for me because we ended up getting the kill on Draven. So I was able to stay even with Draven because Draven was up a kill, but now the lane's a little bit more even. So sadly, I don't have my flash, so I can't look for a flash play onto Draven, but Alistar can still hard engage onto Draven, and then I just combo up with it. So one nice little thing is when you're playing Lux, make sure you're playing it with champions that actually have CC, so that it's easier for you to land your roots. Like, you don't want to be the only one having to, like, you don't want to have to always aim your root. It's nice when you could just land it because you have an Alistar or a Leona or a Pantheon stun. Like, you want to make sure you have champions on your team that can set you up for success. So in this case, I have the Pantheon and I have the Alistar. I think Alistar is actually one of the best champions to play with Lux and some other ones. Oh, see, this Leona is trolling because she's trying to dive in under the turret, and Alistar completely outplayed her. And right here, I mean, that was all Alistar. Like, that was all Alistar right there. I didn't really need to do much, but to be honest, the Leona was trolling by trying to dive onto me. But like other champions that are really good supports to play with Lux besides Alistar is actually Rakan and Galio. Those are really good champions to play with. I recommend you guys to play Lux when you are playing with a duo. Make sure you're playing with a jungler or a freaking support at least. You don't want to go in solo queue and play Lux because that is pretty hard to do. So right here, I was just looking across the map maybe to see if there was an opportunity for me to get across the map kill, because you know that Lux ultimate, you could use it as a snipe since it is a global ult. So right here, the Alistar is going behind the Draven, and I'm waiting for the Alistar to knock the Draven. I put my E down to slow auto, and boom. He's just gone. He's just gone. So your full combo is this, guys. You root, you E, you ult, and you pop your E. Now, if you have time, then you can burst one of the marks you apply, but sometimes you're not going to have time to, so you're going to have to just completely do the full-on combo. So just that's something you guys are going to need to think about. But look how easy that was, guys. That was such an easy kill into Draven, and I'm telling you guys, Lux may seem hard, but it actually does not take much mechanical skill. Like, look right here. We do the same combo again onto Lee Sin, and Lee Sin actually misses his flash over the wall, but it's really not hard at all. So I don't want you guys to feel intimidated by this pick. Give it a try. It feels really good. So right now, the Zed's trying to come up to gank, but I'm just in a perfect position to keep applying damage. But I had to flash that echo circle, and then you know the Zed just dives me under turret. But I did a bunch of damage there, which allows my team to do decent. But like, honestly, like this I remember this moment, dude. I was pretty triggered at this Pantheon. I was like, damn, you're really gonna miss that. But it's alright. The Alistar was able to secure the kill in the end. But it was a little sketchy. Not gonna lie, guys. I still low-key don't even know what Echo does, but I just know you gotta dodge that circle, bro. That's all I know. That champ, dude, honestly, Echo's so annoying. But each time this is the crazy thing, guys. Each time I get an Echo on my team, they are so horrible. But when they're on the enemy team, they're the best players in the whole world. So, you know, there's always that. So right here, I'm trying to look for a route, but there's no opportunity. And you know, another champion that's actually very similar to Lux, guys, is Morgana. Morgana also has the root, but Morgana doesn't have that high burst damage. So if you guys are thinking of another root champion that you do want to play, Morgana is a great one. So right here, I'm just still landing that CC. I'm waiting for Pantheon to use his auto stun right there, and I decided not to ult Draven because I knew I really didn't need to. Like, if I don't need to ult for the kill, then I'm not going to ult for the kill because there's no reason to. So we end up getting the kill onto Draven, and we start going in onto the turret. And it's really important to really push our lead and snowball. The crazy thing is you could get a lot of high kill games on Lux because you have high burst damage abilities, which means you're going to be securing kills, and that's one thing I really like with Lux. There's rarely a single game that I play Lux that I have 0 kills. Like, there's sometimes I'm playing an ADC and sadly, like, I'm just unable to get kills in team fights because my teammates just do they have abilities that can execute, but in this case I'm playing the champion that can do it. So right here, Alistar goes in again, and look at that, guys. They're just gone. They're literally just gone from the CC chain. So I'm telling you right now, go get one of your friends, play some Alistar Lux or Alistar Recon, and have some fun in ranked, guys. You guys are going to be having a blast. Like, there's no way that this is not fun to do to people. Like, you could just tell you're being annoying to them when you're just CCing people up, and it's super satisfying. So right here, we're just clearing up the wave because I do kind of need a shop, but I'm also kind of trying to make sure that we do have a presence in mid, so we clear out that wave. And now I'm resetting. So right here, I'm telling the Lucian to let me mid lane because both the outer turrets are taken. So there's no reason for Lux to be in the side lanes. We want Lucian to be in the side lanes because he could actually, like, hold his ground. Like, I can't really do much in a 1v1. So right here, sadly, I do have to come match this Lee Sin because this Lucian just did not listen to me. But it's alright. We actually end up, I'm pretty sure, saving this turret barely. Look at that, guys. 16. Right here, I ult. Beautiful ultimate, actually. I end up landing it onto Leona, which was good. Really trying to make sure I help my teammates, you know, survive because I'm able to come in with that extra damage that they need. And guys, right here, Alistar goes in again, but sadly, I didn't have my root up, so I decided to blind shot it right there. But yeah, I've actually played against Lux APC a lot in competitive play and in scrims, and I'm telling you, it's super annoying. So this is definitely a pick that's worth to learn. And I was someone, before I started playing Lux ever, I used to be worried that the champion was extremely hard, like I said. So I was like, dude, there's no way I could play this champ. Look at that nice little snipe. I was like, yeah, there's no way I could play this champ. But, you know, in literally 2 games, 3 games, you're going to be able to figure her out. So right here, we're getting a little interesting spot. Luckily, I land the root onto the Echo, which kind of neutralizes him. I exhaust him because I want to make sure I put him out of his misery, and I don't want him to be doing anything crazy. And that was actually a nice little clean dash by Echo. And I'm coming in, trying to help my teammate. I end up burying Pantheon, which was perfect, and we secure another kill. And I mean, dude, our comp is so annoying, guys. We have so much CC. I mean, dude, it's honestly so nice to have Riven and Pantheon as teammates because, dude, they have stuns, knockups, like, bro, Riven, like, literally goes crazy with Lux. And yeah, so it's really deadly. And also, like, when I start playing a new champion for the first time, it's always good to make sure you watch like guides like these and kind of like just look at the combos, because on Lux, like, Lux does a lot of burst damage, but you got to make sure you're doing the combos right, and make sure when you're in a situation, you got to be patient, because you really do not want to miss your abilities. If you miss your abilities, you're not going to do any damage. So that's the only part where the skill comes in. So if you are able to wait for the perfect moment to really land these abilities, then you got to wait for it, right? You don't want to just be rushing the play all the time, shooting out your root too early or shooting out your E too early in lane. Like, I remember when I first started playing Lux, I had a really hard time using my E ability because I would always miss it, surprisingly. But I make sure to stay more patient, so I'm able to land it, because I have to land it. Right here, I knew the Riven was going to land that knockup, so I ulted early, and luckily the Riven locked up Draven perfectly on the edge of my ultimate, and it was beautiful. So right here, I'm trying to follow the Riven to get this kill. Zed is just completely running straight, so it was very easy to kind of focus him down there. And look at that, Ali start taking all the kills. And right here, Echo's stunned up, and we just lock him down. Like, guys, like, that's super annoying. Like, that legit takes no skill, what we just did to the enemy team right there. Like, that legit takes no skill. It's just literally comboing up abilities, which is super fun. So make sure in draft, one thing I like to look for in the draft is I like to make sure I have an AD mid laner. So the reason why I decided to pick Lux is because I was like, okay, we have an ADC in the mid lane. We have a Lucian, so we need some AP damage in this team comp. So luckily for me, I could whip out either Brand, Ziggs, Lux, Morgana. So I decided, you know what, let me try to get a Lux gameplay. So I chose Lux. And yeah, so make sure you have an AD mid laner, or make sure you just have AD damage on your team. And right here, this is kind of an awkward fight, and it's really hard for me to land anything because I'm not really able to combo up on anything. And so once Alistar gets some stuns up, and I miss another root, but luckily I'm able to land that ultimate onto the Lee Sin. But see, right there, I wasn't very useful because it was really hard for me to find the roots to really land my full combo, and I missed like 2 roots in that fight. And then I never had my root up to combo it with the Alistar knockup. So it, like, that's the thing. You got to make sure you have good kind of synergy with these combos and the patience. Right there, I was shooting my roots too early. I should have just waited and be more patient, because you don't want to miss the root. It's better to just hold it until you know for sure you can land it. And right here we get double inhibs, and the game is in a really good spot for us. I decide to ult cross map to make sure to clear out the wave so Zed can't really stop us from doing anything. And I see our teammates are fighting, and I'm like, oh god, okay, I'll cancel my reset. So right there, I root, I E, I auto attack, pop the E, and auto attack again onto the Draven, which is the perfect QE combo that you want to do. And now I decide to reset because I literally have no energy to stay. So I got to make sure I reset and get ready to get back on the map, because guys, tempo is one of the most important things in Wild Rift, and it's one of the most important things in ranked and in competitive play, but mainly in ranked as well. Like, making sure you're on the map at the right time is always important. So right here, I'm back into the mid lane. We're trying to look for plays, but like I said, like, once you snowball super hard, the game will always slow down. And right here, guys, I put my E in a position to where I could group up all of the minions and pop them together, so I land the mark on all of the minions in the wave. That's a really nice little neat tip for you guys to know. So like if you want to know how to put the E early so that you can shove the wave before your wave even gets into the lane, then that'd be really good for prio and rotating. So you just pop the E, you put the E on the ground a little earlier. So right here I'm looking for my ultimate, but I'm waiting for my Alistar to go in. I know the Alistar is going to go in. I land the ultimate, and now it's time for me to secure some kills. So they're kind of running away. I get the kill with my root. I know Leona is trying to do some iffy things, but she ends up flashing my E, so she does end up living, sadly. And right here, I kind of know we're in a bad spot, and I try to land my root, but I miss it. I end up like I wasn't patient enough. I need to wait. Boom. See, like I would have had my root up, but see, my root was just barely on a 1 second cooldown when Alistar was going in. So if I was just a little bit more patient, those would have been kills. And you know, those are little things you're gonna pick up over time, and so you won't have that problem. So in this game, I want to make sure that I'm always ulting one of their squishy targets, like Draven, even Echo or Zed. Like making sure I full combo someone is really important. I don't want to full combo a Leona, so if I ever land a root onto Leona, I'm not going to ult her unless she's low enough to be executed, because I don't want to waste that such a impactful ability on a support. So you want to make sure you are using your full combo on certain targets. Kind of like how Ashe, you're going to be ulting the squishies. On Lux, you want to be kind of doing the same thing, right? Because if you're just ulting the tanky targets, then there's no point, because you're not going to be able to burst them down. So right there, I landed a beautiful snipe onto that Echo, and now we're trying to go in for the kill and for the end. So I'm waiting to kind of line up a root. So you can see right here, I'm shooting out a root, auto attack, pop the E. Sadly, I wasn't able to auto attack again. I shoot out my barrier, get another Alistar knockup. I root the Leona, and the Leona gets popped. Now the Zed is going to be really hard to chase, so I'm coming back to my teammates. I do have my flash, so I am still looking for that flash play. And boom, we CC both the Zed and the Draven right there. Sadly, Zed went into the stasis, but I was still able to secure the kill, and that was game. So as you can see, I started racking up the kills at the end. Anyways, guys, this is one of the picks that I think you should get into your toolbox, because she is very fun, very unique. It doesn't take really that much skill. So if you guys did enjoy the video, make sure to like and subscribe, and let me know what you'd like to see down in the comment section down below. Alright, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.